In today's video, watch as I style using a bunch of different Bouclème products on my fine curly hair. I'm going to talk about the 5 products that they sent me and show you exactly how I use them and give you my full thoughts on this product line. If you've never heard of Bouclème products before, it is a product line that is made specifically for curly hair. And they have a couple of different lines, but I'm going to show you what they sent me. So they did send me these products and I do have an affiliate relationship with them, but there's no agreement between me and them as to this specific video or review. So these are my honest thoughts and opinion as always. So the 5 products they sent me were the Hydrating Hair Cleanser, which is their more cleansing shampoo that they offer. They have another shampoo that is more moisturizing, so this is really good for people who prefer something that lathers a little more and you have fine hair or an oily scalp, you prefer a stronger shampoo. Then they sent the Seal and Shield conditioner along with the curl cream from the same line and the curl defining gel. So these are specific for humidity, and basically the thing that they change with this line is that they are glycerin free and they have protein in them, which is really good for humidity, but they don't have any humidity resistant ingredients in them. So I don't know how good they really are for humidity. I've been testing these in the winter months, so I will have to revisit them in the summer and get back to you on the humidity claims, but so far so good. And the last product they sent me is the Super Volumizing Foam, which I will get to when I get to that step in my routine. So I'm gonna walk you through my routine and talk about each product, pros and cons, and show you the results. Also, I put direct links to all these products in the description below. Overall, I'm gonna say this is a fantastic line that I highly recommend to everybody with curly hair. And mainly it's because the quality of ingredients, I have heard really good things about Bouclème for years now. I just haven't had a chance to try them. And I know that they are water soluble, which is something that I think is very important to prevent buildup. So this is a fantastic line for anybody who really struggles with buildup. And another really cool thing that they have is a fragrance-free line of products. I don't know that like all of their special lines come fragrance-free, or it's just like one shampoo, one conditioner, one gel type thing, like Curlsmith does. But they do have a fragrance-free line. I know that's something that people struggle to find in the curly hair world, and more brands are starting to come out with fragrance-free versions, but this is a good one that you can check out. I washed my hair last night. I used the Hydrating Hair Cleanser. So this is the blue bottle cleanser. This again is the more cleansing shampoo that they have. It's not super strong, but it is strong enough. It lathers. I use it twice. The first time I don't get as much lather, so I always repeat the second time. I've heard you don't need to do that. It's not necessary, but I just prefer to do it. I like the way it feels. My scalp feels nice and clean. So this one works great for my hair. I don't find it too moisturizing. I don't find it stripping in any way. It is probably a little less cleansing than some of the other shampoos I use on a regular basis because I really love clarifying shampoos. So I wouldn't put it up there with the clarifying shampoo. It's below that, but it's definitely stronger than most curly shampoos I've tried before. And thank you so much, Bouclème, for that, because it is so hard as somebody with curly hair that struggles with how conditioning everything is to find products that are not overly conditioning. So this one is a fantastic one. Highly recommend it. Now the scent is very strong on all of their products. This one has more of a citrusy floral scent. The others are a little bit different, but I think I like the scent on this one the most. Let me see. Yeah, it's like a stronger citrus floral scent. So it's not like fruity scents. Their scents are all citrus and floral. So if you don't like citrus or floral, you're not gonna like the way this smells, and you're gonna wanna go with the fragrance-free line. So I followed that up with the Seal and Shield conditioner, which is this bottle here. And as I mentioned before, this is glycerin-free. Wheat germ is the protein that is in here. And I don't see any humidity-resistant ingredients, no polyquats, nothing that builds up on the hair. So that's really good. However, as far as humidity protection, I don't think this is going to be super strong humidity protection because it doesn't have any of those sealing ingredients in there. But at least there's no glycerin, there's some protein, so this is better than using something else. Although this is something you rinse out, so I don't think it's super important to use glycerin-free products that rinse out versus what stays on the hair, but still, this is a nice creamy conditioner. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. It distributes in my hair very easily, and I always let it sit with all my conditioners for like a minute or two before I detangle. It's got nice, good slip. The scent on this one is more floral. It is, I think it's pronounced Lang Lang. I'm not sure. I've heard it pronounced different ways, but that's what really comes through. So that's one of those scents that you either love it or hate it. It's very floral. I personally like it. I don't like, though, how the scent of these products linger in my hair. So even after I rinse it out, I style my hair the next day in the morning, like I can still smell it in my hair. So that's not something that I particularly like. I don't like strong scents. So if you don't like strong scents, again, go with the fragrance-free line. But this conditioner, I was worried it was gonna be too heavy for my hair, but it's not. As long as I don't use too much, I don't put it near my scalp, which is what works for me, but some people might want to put the conditioner from the scalp, especially if you struggle with frizz, halo frizz, and stuff like that. I don't want conditioner near my scalp, so I just avoid it in that area, and I have been fine with this. So now my hair's wet, and now we can start the whole styling process. First up, I'm gonna come in with the Seal and Shield Curl Cream. Now, normally I do not use a curl cream or a leave-in conditioner, but because I washed my hair yesterday, I'm gonna add just a very small amount just to make sure that my hair is detangled and it's nice and soft and ready for the styling products. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in my hair. This is very lightweight for a curl cream, which is, again, unique because most of them are too heavy. This is not gonna offer any hold, so I would never recommend using pretty much any cream as a single styler, but this would not work as a single styler. This is prep. You put the curl cream on and then you always follow with some sort of styling product. So this has the same scent that the conditioner and the gel have. It's that Lang Lang scent. It's, again, glycerin-free, wheat germ, nothing else special as far as the ingredients come in, but it is a very nice formulation that works really well on my fine hair, so I expect that it would work well on others. Next, I'm going to come in with the Super Volumizing Foam. Now, I've used a lot of volumizing foams in the last 2 years. It's kind of a product that every brand has been coming out with recently. And one thing they all have in common is they are drying. And a lot of people don't realize that. Volumizing foams are drying, and there's a reason for that, because the more moisture you have in your hair, the less volume you're gonna have. And to get more volume, you need a little bit of texture in your hair, and that's like that gritty feeling that a lot of people don't like. So when you use volumizing products, you're not gonna get that soft, silky hair. It can even take away a little bit of your shine. But that's how you get the volume. So this gives you volume. It works really well. It gives you a little bit of texture. It gives some definition. It gives some hold. I wouldn't use it on its own, although I know people do. I don't recommend it for longevity just because it's not gonna last very long. May look nice as soon as you're done styling, but again, not gonna last very long. This one has the same scent, I believe. It's a little different. I feel like I think this was a little more citrusy, but still citrus floral blend. A little different from the other two. So this is a foam, not a mousse. So it comes out pretty fluffy and lightweight. Whoa, that is dripping everywhere. Whoops. And on the directions, it says to use it in between your curl cream and your gel. So you can use it however you'd like. I find that if I use it after my gel, it dries out my hair a little too much. So it's like fine on wash day, like when I'm done styling, but the next day it's like really rough and dry. So I prefer to put it in between or just put it before my gel. And that way it doesn't dry my hair out too much. It's just a little bit, it's gonna give me some texture, some fullness. It doesn't give me flash drying or anything like that. So the fact that it's really watery helps to work it throughout the hair all over without putting too much product. So they say to use 1 to 2 pumps to start off with. I just do 1 pump and I'm good. And this is not one that I would focus too much on my scalp area because then it gets a little greasy and hard. So I got a little bit on there, but I started at the ends and worked my way up. The last step is the Seal and Shield Defining Gel. And this is pretty much like most other gels that I use. It's got a nice consistency. It's not really runny. It's not super thick either. It's like in between. Emulsifies well, so you always get more product when you go like this, and you can kind of make a small amount of product go a long way, and that way you're not putting too much product on your hair. This has that citrusy Lang Lang scent, just like the others. So again, starting from the ends and working my way up. I'm really just like getting the product in my hair, and then I'll go in and I will like use my styling techniques after, but I prefer to get the product in first, because if I do the styling techniques and then I put the product in, I find that it doesn't get everywhere, like it doesn't spread evenly, and then I have some like undefined frizzy spots, or I end up using too much product because I'm sectioning it, and my hair just doesn't like that. So this is how I do it, but apply the products however they work for you. Now I'm noticing that my hair is like a little bit dry at the ends. Like I want it to be dripping a little bit. That's how I know I'm gonna get nice curl clumps, and I'm not gonna have a bunch of frizz, so I'm just gonna spray in a little more water. And then I will micro plop and add in a tiny little amount of gel just to make sure, since plopping your hair does remove some product. Alright, so here it is all dried and with a cast, which is, if you follow me, you know it's very rare that I get a cast, but adding that little bit of gel after micro plopping does help with a cast. So if you struggle with that, you can try it. So let's take the cast out. All right, so as you can see, we've got quite a bit of volume. We've got definition, nice curl clumps. I love when I get these guys right here. These are my favorite, but I do split them up just because it makes my hair look a little fuller. Here's another one. All right, so it feels like it's got a little bit of texture from that volumizing foam, but it's not like rough or feeling like super dry or anything like that. I do have a little more of that feeling up closer to the root area, but that's just because my hair's like really thin, and so there's just not a lot up here. So I always have some frizz like in this area here, and I can always come back in and add a little bit of product. I don't really care right now, but if I was like leaving the house, I might touch it up just to make sure that it lasts. But yeah, these are pretty typical results, probably a little fuller than usual because of the volumizing foam. So this is a new favorite of mine, this Super Volumizing Foam, but I just have to remember not to go crazy, because when I've tried using like 2 or 3 pumps, my hair feels very icky. So this is another concentrated brand, much like Evolve and Inner Sense. You have to use very small amounts. You can always start off with less and add more, but when you put too much product in your hair, there's no going back, right? You gotta like rewash it and start over. So if you dry your hair and it's like you didn't use enough product, you can always just wet it down and add some more product. I mean, it's extra work, but you don't have to like do a whole wash day again. But look at all these beautiful little clumps I've got. Look at the lift I've got here, even coming out. Like there's just fullness all over, which is what I like to have. So that's definitely why I include this volumizing foam, but you could definitely skip it if you're not looking for the extra volume. The gel is really good. I find that it gives me a medium hold, medium to a little stronger than that, but it's not like a super hard hold gel, but it's good enough. Medium and hard hold are ideal for me. That's what I use on a regular basis, and I don't need to add anything extra. I don't really need to refresh with this line, which is great. Just like I said, these pieces here, maybe if I am really bothered by it, but usually I do not. Remember that I put the direct links to all of the products that I'm using below, and my coupon code is down there as well. If you want to see my full styling routine so you can see how I get curl clumps, definition, and volume, then watch this video next. It's called Modified Flip Section Method, and in it you'll learn exactly how to style for volume and definition. Just click on the video you see on your screen, and I'll see you there.